Hi, Savvy here. We're back with another VROID tutorial. Yay, tutorial! Today I'll be teaching you how to make a bow, one that goes in your hair. And hopefully, my boyfriend's playing League of Legends in the living room, so hopefully you don't hear any of that. But, okay, on to the tutorial! We start off with Tutorial-chan, the model I made last video where I taught you guys how to shade 2D hair. And we're in the Hairstyle tab, in Extensions specifically. So we're gonna scroll down until we find this one. Yeah, okay, so this is the one we need. We're not gonna turn this ponytail into a bow, but we will use one piece from this ponytail. So you go to Edit Hairstyle. What we're gonna do is we're gonna select this little piece right here, the little elastic thing that they made, and we're gonna make it a different color. Let's just make a new material for this. And we make it a different color so that we can differentiate it from the other pieces. So a light pink, yes. I'm gonna change the color of the group too, just to make things easier. We scroll through all of our different materials from the last video, and we are going to delete everything else. Delete all the ponytail. Get rid of that. Right there, and delete this last piece. So now we're just left with this tiny elastic, and we're gonna keep this here. We're gonna hide it for now. It's there, it's ready for later. Now we're gonna add freehand hair guides. This is where the magic really happens. Again, I'm going to change the color to material. We're gonna move this guide, and this guide is what we're going to sculpt to be our bow shape. We start off by pinching the bottom, and then pinching the side where the face is, and you slowly just keep sculpting it until you get your desired shape. I prefer to go for like a thicker bow, but all that matters is you get the... I can't really show it off right now because I don't think you can see my cursor, but you'll see what I mean. So you keep pinching. This is going to take a bit of fiddling and a bit of experimentation. You can turn on mirror mode to make this go a little faster once you have everything kind of even and whatnot. But I'm gonna go like this and like that until, yeah, something that looks a little bit like that. The width this way doesn't really matter too much. All that matters is that you have a kind of teardrop shape. Then what we can do is we can make it a little smaller, a little thinner. And we're gonna start drawing our strand on this. I hate working with hair guides. I tried to do this with an already existing Ahoge hair guide, but that just wasn't ideal. It didn't work very well. So we take our brush tool. Once that wants to load. We take our brush tool, and the way I start this off is I just make... Oh, it's mirrored still. I just make one single line in the center like that. I try to make it as smooth as I can, but that's okay because we're just going to edit this later. So you've got that. You select the hair. It's called hair 2 in this case. You go down from your freehand group 2. And you press the retouch tool. And then you take the base or the top of the strand and you just bring it down the rest of the way. So now we've kind of got this hoop, this loop, this rainbow, a skinny rainbow. And for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and retouch a little bit just so it's a little smoother. This part can be annoying since there's a lot of points that you could potentially mess with and whatnot, but I tried to get everything so that they're kind of overlapping like this. You're gonna have to view it from all angles. I'd say this is probably the trickiest part, is getting this shape to look right. We're gonna make the top kind of a little bit smoother. Yeah, that's good enough, I think. And if you want, you can, you know, retouch it as much as you want. I'm going to take the freehand hair guide. Sometimes you're going to have to go back and do a little bit of fixing. I'm going to drag this all the way down so it gets closer to touching. Now, I don't think you're going to be able to get it to touch perfectly. Oh, I got to move this point. I forgot that point. You might not be able to get it to touch perfectly, and that's, like, okay, because that part isn't going to be insanely visible. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. We've already got, like, I think you can see where this is going, where I'm going with this. I usually select the strand, and I like to go play with the, I don't know what this is called. Let me go see. I scroll all the way down to our curve, and I change the curve to straight. So now we've got, you know, a nice little straight path to work with. Oh, I accidentally messed it up. Okay. I want to make this side a little thinner, though, so even though it's straight, I want to make it like that. Yeah. Ooh, okay, that's looking pretty cute so far. Next, we select the strand, and you're gonna change it to your desired thickness. This is where I apologize because this is not necessarily the cleanest tutorial. Because I do a lot of just messing around with things, and that's just kind of my style of working. So I might set a thickness now, but I might change it later based on the overall look of the bow. So position, I'm going to change it to be very wide, because I prefer a wide bow. I'm going to try point 20 and see how that looks. Yeah, that's good enough. And then so after that, you can also change the width by using the resize tool in your freehand hair guide group. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller and thinner. I'm making a big bow to stick on the back of her head. Okay, now everything starts to get a little bit easier. So I am going to rotate this. We rotate and then we move. We're gonna move it to be on the back of her head. Move it again. I'm gonna move it closer. Once it loads. Okay. That should be close enough. It's clipping into the hair a little bit, but you can always, you know, alter it, fix it however you want. So next, you simply take the hair guide and you duplicate it and then you flip it. Then you move it to the desired spot. I think I'm going to want to rotate these a little bit, just so the points are touching a little bit more, and move it a little bit more to your desired location. Take the other one, rotate it a little bit more. Oh no, not that way. Please, computer code. There we go. And then there we go. We got the starts to our bow, our big bow. And from the back, that's looking pretty cute. It's really obnoxious and big, but that's kind of the point. It's a little bit off center, but I'm not gonna make it perfect because, you know, you can do that on your own time. Okay, so now this is the part. I'm going to unhide our little elastic thing, and I'm actually going to change the color of this. I'm going to duplicate this material and change the color so that you can see it better. Oh, wrong thing. Lime green should be a good color to differentiate. This part can be really annoying because it involves a lot of, I don't know, rotating and scaling and rotating and scaling. But I'm going to move this off to the side so that I can see it better. We rotate it to be straight, so we're looking at it head on, and the hole will not be visible, because this will be our little, I don't know the anatomy of a bow. If anyone knows the anatomy of a bow, you can comment it below. Bow below, that kind of rhymes, doesn't it? Let's see, rotate. This is my least favorite part. It reminds me of what do you call it? Do you know that post where the guy, he was on a date, But then his pizza, he stuck the pizza in the oven, and when he took it out, he says, "This is the worst part." And he goes and he takes the pizza out of the oven with his bare ass hands. I would have gone on another date with him. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like dumb guys are kind of cute, you know. And then we move this up. We're gonna have to make this a lot bigger. The reason why this is so annoying is getting it to actually be straight. For some reason, for me, it just like, it's very hard for me because I'm a little bit of a boo-boo the fool. Okay, this hair guide is gonna be huge, and there's probably an easier way to do this. So if you know an easier way to do it, feel free to make your own tutorial or comment down below, but this is the easiest way that I know how to do it. We are going to resize. Oh, I didn't have the guide selected. Resize. Up. And then this way. And then we resize it up again this way. We're gonna move up to C. And then you just keep checking periodically to see if you have it correct and accurate from all angles. You can't forget all angles, because something might look fine in one angle, but then be totally messed up in another angle. There we go. That's... Oh, see, it's not perfectly straight, and that bothers me. I'm gonna rotate it a tiny bit more, just to try to make it a little bit more straight. There we go. It's gonna be good enough, okay? Please be niceies to me. I'm new at this, I'm new at making tutorials, and I'm just a little guy who's trying to do their best. Good enough, I think. We're gonna move it down. Okay, so we've got like 90% of the bow done now. Something I like to do is I like to press the hair. I like to mess with the twist intensity, because I like to try to make the top flat. Oh my god, it's width. Okay, you can make the top flat by messing with the width. Now we want to make it a little taller though, since we did that. You turn the width down, that is. Figuring stuff out as I'm teaching you, see? This is a symbiotic relationship because we both learn stuff. So we're gonna just make that bigger, move that up a bit more. Do that. Yeah. Cute. Move it to the left. And forward. Take it back now, y'all. On hop this time. Okay. I'm gonna pause it here until I get it to my desired thickness and the size, and I'll come back when that is done. Okay, I am back. And I'd say that's good enough. So what you're gonna end up with is a really messed up guide that looks like this. It's really big. Anyways, so that's how you get the little middle part of the bow. So now we're gonna work on the tails, the two tails or legs, whatever you want to call them. For that, what do you think we're gonna do? You guessed it. Add another freehand hair guide. Yay! Freehand hair guide. I move this out just to start, and then I make I make this all kind of even all around, and then I squish it. There, that's pretty good. Now this, you can make both ends on the same same hair guide if you so desire. But it's gonna be real easy because I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. We're gonna take the same color as, I'll make another material. Another material to differentiate. This one will be a baby blue. We're gonna take our brush tool, and then it's gonna make me click out of the freehand hair guide because it hates me forever. We're just gonna make a small tail like this. I prefer smaller, thicker tails. You select the hair, then you go all the way down to curve, and you change it from fluffy to straight. And you change the cross section from diamond to Do I not have it selected? Ah, dang it. Okay. Bear with me, people, please. You're gonna change the curve to straight. Yeah. Like that. Let's see, cross-section flat. I guess we can do that too, yeah. And then I like to take the middle dot and move it down a little bit. So then I'm going to make this a lot thicker because, as I said, I like a very thick bow. And then I'm gonna just mess with the hair guide itself. Make it a little shorter. Make it a little fatter. Make it a little bit longer. You just mess with it until you get whatever looks best for you. I'm gonna make it bigger. Yeah, I think that looks like a good width and size. We take the hair, the strand itself. We click on the strand and then we right click, duplicate, and then we flip it. This is another one of the parts where you're gonna have to do a lot of experimentation to get it to look perfect. But so I take it, I'm gonna move it backwards, and then I'm gonna rotate like that, and then I'm gonna move it backwards again. So you just gotta keep rotating and moving things. Yeah, that's pretty good. The way that I kind of get them to be in the position I want is I use control point at this point, and then I just move the top of the tail to be something like this. And you can use a reference photo if you want. Yeah, and that looks pretty cute, I think. I kind of want the tail to be a little, I don't know, do I want it to be thicker? That's completely up to preference. Oh, okay, these are not even, that's why. Okay, so another way that you can change the position of where the tail is you can click the hair and then you go all the way down to your hair parameters. And you use hair position X to just move that a smidge so that that's more even. And look, you've got your beautiful bow. I guess I'll also quickly go over how to color the bows. You can do whatever style you want. I have a specific style of coloring. From the back, it looks really cute. I like it. I'm gonna, off screen, I'm gonna just, reposition it so it's a little more centered on the head and whatnot. And I'll be back to show you how to color it. Okay, now that my big ass drawing tablet is plugged in, we can finish up this tutorial. Okay, I want to see, can I get away with using one texture, one material for both sides of the bow? I guess we're about to find out. So we go to our material and we get rid of the highlight, and of course we hit edit texture. I'm just gonna choose the middle color for now just because I want to. We get rid of this gradient. Yeah, I should be able to do this. I'm just gonna choose a slightly darker color and draw directly on the bow. Right. Oh! No, okay, we cannot. We're gonna have to use separate strands for this. That's okay, though. I want a slightly more saturated color. So we'll do more saturated. We're gonna go here. Because bows usually have this little part to them right there. And then a lot of bows, I have a very, I don't know, I color in every bow the same, no matter on where the light source is coming from. I usually do it like this. And then I bring it down over here. And bring it up like that. I'm not sure if there's a way to just reflect a texture itself. If anyone knows how, you can tell me, please. Thank you. Yeah, that looks pretty cute. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit more so you can see it better. And I'm gonna do that. We're also gonna color the inside of the bow, because the inside of the bow I think looks better when it's shaded the darker color. Sometimes I alternate between coloring on the texture itself versus the hair. All up to preference. Yeah, there we go. I don't like that. Don't like that very much. Where's this part? Yeah, there we go. So that's pretty good. You could also, you know what, to differentiate, I'm gonna go even darker. Even darker. And then we're gonna, a little more saturated. We're just gonna color that part. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking. Cooking and the stove is hot. There we go. So now we've got our nice differentiation in tone so that you can see where everything is. You don't have to color this top part. I don't know. It's all whatever your drawing style is. Make sure every part of the inside is colored. Because when you view it from different angles, you will see. And then I'm gonna go back in, clean this up a bit. Do that directly on the texture. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna take the time just for the sake of time to make this 100% perfect and clean because you can easily, you know, I think you would get the idea. So the other side is I just do the exact same thing like this. And then I color that in. Man, this texture looks messed up. And that's gonna happen. The texture's gonna look really weird. But that's okay. This is why I don't draw on the texture, because I have no idea where stuff is. There we go. Right here. Then we just do the same thing where we outline... Oh wait, I haven't really been explaining much what I've been doing. I'm sorry. I just like to outline the... See, I'm a very visual person. It's hard for me to explain. So, monkey see, monkey do. Just do what I do. Color where I color. Or color wherever you want. You know, you know, you can do what you want. So, if you want more of a satin bow, then you can add highlights. But if you prefer more of a matted bow, then you don't add the highlights. I don't know. I do like satin bows a whole lot. And then I'm going to... I don't know. Sometimes, you know, you just like to... You experiment, you know? You experiment. Maybe I want the top to be lighter right here. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Quite a lot. The back of the bow looks better than the front, I'd say. And then I actually might make this bow smaller overall, just so that from the front it looks, there's a vision I have in my mind. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to color this part in, actually. No, I'm not going to pause yet because I'm going to do the tail of the bow and then the little elastic part in the middle, and then I'll pause to show you what the final product looks like, because all it is really just making new materials and coloring the other side. So I'm just going to make a new material for the left side. And then, yeah. I mean, like, it actually doesn't look too bad having this be reflected from the front versus the back. If you wanted to, you could leave it like this, and it wouldn't be a big deal at all. But I'm probably not going to, so to color this part in, you just, you know, color the same part as the bow, and then I go in, and then I just color where the shading would be. It's good to look up a picture of a bow as a reference. Then I'm gonna color that part in. Actually, for this, I'm just gonna leave these both the same color. Because that looks fine. That looks, there's nothing wrong with that. And then, yeah, that's cute. That's cute. I like that. I like that a lot. If you want, you can add more wrinkles, but, I can't speak. Add more wrinkles, do whatever you want. I'm just gonna leave it like that because that's cute enough. For the middle section, edit the texture again. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Okay, we color it in like that. Then, you know, you just do the same thing. I like to do something like that. I think I'm going to go back in and add more of the darker shading to the other part of the bow so that you can, you know, more contrast. More so you could see the shapes. Okay. Up there maybe? Okay, so I'm going to be back. I'm going to pause here and be back and show you the final product after I finish messing with it a lot, because this is about to be 30 minutes and I do not want this tutorial to pass 30 minutes. So I'm a yapper. I'll be back. It's good enough. So yeah, that's the final shading. I decided to add some highlights to make it look more like a satin bow. I don't know, I might have said earlier I prefer a matted bow, but it's just cute this way. I don't know. I know that I don't know much, but this is it from the front. Pretty cute. Now, if it was with the right outfit, it would look cuter, but we just have her in this fish want me, woman fear me that I drew a while back for one of my alternate, I don't know, personas. I like it. Yeah, so that's my tutorial. Thanks for watching. We are going to go into the outro now. Anyways, that's all I gotta say for today. So, if you don't subscribe, then you suck!